like a boomerang. Oh, Lord.
Hey YouTube, Team Legendary signing here with Brian Cockerill, and he got second place at our locals this past weekend. What were you on this weekend?
I was playing Mech Knight Horus with an adventure package. Change it up a little bit.
The Dark Knights have returned.
Yes, they have.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. Well, first engine we'll start out with 3 Torn Scales.
Yep, PK shenanigans.
One of the best normals in the deck.
It's also a 3 extender.
Yes, it is. You can just discard and or send from hand to send a Phantom Knight from your deck to the grave. And then we played 3 Boots. Allows you to just banish and extend by specialing with Torn Scales.
Yep.
You can just banish from the graveyard and add any Phantom Knight trap.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yep.
And then I was running 2 Cloak. 2 Cloaks was really good. I was able to just banish them and add any Phantom Knight monster from my hand.
Because you like banish it, search Boots, spec Torn Scales from grave. That's crazy.
If I didn't have anything, or if I needed one of the other 2, if I didn't have Boots or the Torn Scales, and I can just banish this and add the other one just to get my plays going.
Free real estate.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And I played the 1 Gloves. 1 Gloves was pretty good. I only played it a few times because I kind of...
you might need like another extender or something.
Yeah. I mean, I used it when I needed it. But other than that, I only use it when I need it. I had one other extender. I played 1 Cyclic Wheeler.
Okay.
It was just a free body on the field if I was playing, anything else except for Torn Scales, because basically Torn Scales leads everything. So this one's just a free body. Then I went with 1 Wing and 3 Fogblade.
Okay.
For the rest of the package here.
Did the wing work out pretty good?
Wing was really good. I was able to...
it's like you got to keep your other Fogblade names?
Yeah, pretty much. I was able to draw it, or I actually, was able to easily just search it, and I was able to just play it on Rusty or Cherubini, and they couldn't get over it. Or even SP, yeah. I did that with SP, and it boosted him 500. It was great.
2100 SP.
2100 SP.
That's too
and he
good.
couldn't be destroyed twice. Or 1 time, and then by the time he even was able to even do it again, I just banished SP. It was great.
Hilarious.
And then the Fog Blades were just awesome. I was able to just banish either one just to protect myself.
Yep, extend or even just take the damage and then go off next turn.
Yep.
Right on.
Just to protect myself, or just add on just to, stop my opponent. Well, that was it for PK, and then I'm going to go into, let's say, the Horus. I played 3 Mzetti. Mzetti is like very broken. It's probably the best card in the whole deck. Then I played 1 Happy, and then I played 1 Blessing. The Blessing was really good. A buddy of mine, I had a whole board all set, and a buddy of mine ended up popping one of my cards.
You had a full board.
I had a full board.
With different names.
Yeah,
and
he didn't know what it did, so I had to explain it to him. I said, well, with you popping my card, he popped my king sarcophagus on the field.
Yeah,
and I was like,
pot agreed on crack.
Yeah, and it was just like, now I get to draw 5 cards, and he was like, what? That's not right. And I was like, well, read the card.
Yeah.
I was like, I tried to explain it to him, and he was like, that's broken. So, and then Happy triggered off. I had Happy on the field.
Back
it was allowing
2
me to
things.
bring back my Phantom Knights from the banish.
Oh, you blew that up. Let me go +5.
And then Mzetti, I ended up
6.
sending one of his big monsters. I don't remember what it was, but it was
+6. Let's go.
It was just nuts.
+6, +7. That's just absurd.
Yeah. And then I played 3 King Sarcophagus, and that was about it. These ones are just broken. You can just do it 4 times. Discarding a card from your hand.
Get Ash, just do it again.
Yeah, just do it 4 times, sending this one, and this one. You can do it 4 times. And if you get Ash, you can still get these 3 on the field.
Yep.
Just by sending
Just
them.
activate it again, pitching another card.
So they just waste an Ash. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So now I can just go into my Phantom Knight stuff, or I can go into my my adventure package, which I'm going into next. I mean, just playing, Faithful Adventure and all that stuff. So it was great. So then I played the 3 Water Enchantress, the 1 Griffin Rider, 2 right, and 1 faithful and 1 Draco.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was great. Like, you
It-
just bait them out, and then you just go off with the faithful, and then you get the griffin and all that, and then it just goes from there.
Because like the fact with like faithful, you can like grab Draco back and then like pitch it for Sark and then dump a
you can
name
use
and then
the King
re-equip.
Sarcophagus,
That's
and
just
this in your
man. That's
hand. You can just send this to the grave, and it comes back with on my token.
Man, that's
and it's just
good.
It's a free send to get my monster out on the field. Mm-hmm. It was pretty broken. I had to do that a few times.
or even like droplets and to get free negates.
Yep.
Man, that's just
It was great.
That's good.
Well, I had a couple of one-ofs. I played 1 Foolish, 1 Call By, and 1 Rhoda.
Okay.
I was a little concerned about the Call By at first, but then I just threw it in, and I was like, man, that works pretty good. So, I mean, it was able to stop a lot of what was going on, like the Ash Blossom or any other hand traps like Veiler and stuff, too. And it was amazing. And, of course, these are just amazing. You can send a Horus or send a PK, and this one you just add a PK, and it was amazing. So I would never change that. That was just amazing. Let's see
Right on.
here. I played 2 Ash Blossom, and I played 2 Nibs. Because I didn't want to open up too many, because I was playing 3 Nib, but it just got too bricky, and then I wasn't seeing my engine. But then the Ash Blossom, I was just trying to cut down cards to fit more cards in there because I was still searching a way of how to play the deck. But I ended up just dropping 1 of each, and it worked out pretty well. So, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with that. So, it was more consistent. But, sometimes I needed the Ash, but then I didn't have it. But then I drew this instead, and then this really helped out. So,
It's also kind of nasty because, like, you could even just put up a weird board, like a weaker board, with like SP, make SP lead the board, and then just nib them. And if they try and negate, you just
there was a
Fogblade.
time I had a Psychic Wheeler and Ash Blossom. I just normal the Ash and sent this and special the Psychic, and the dude was like, "What the heck are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going in my play. Can you stop me?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "All right, I'm going to continue." So it's an easy, it's easy out for the hands, or it's good for the field. So. I also played 3 Imperm. The Imperm was just amazing, especially going second. And just stopping, like, Drytrons, or just stopping my brother a few times because he was playing Mech Knights. Like, he was trying to go with purple or blue, and then he was trying to add. I just dropped the Veiler, or the Imperm, and he was just like, well, I can't do that now, so he had to go into his extra deck and stuff, so...
You hit some stuff. I was fortunate to get the W in that match, but
Yeah,
that was about it.
It was pretty tough. So I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, we went 1 and 2, so it's all good. Then I played the 3 droplet. 3 droplet was just amazing. I played against Fire Kings, and it just stopped their whole play. They couldn't do nothing. I hit their main monster, and
Let me just dump Horus stuff for free. And
yeah,
then
I
just bring
basically
it
did that because I got
so
stuck with
dumb.
2 horse monsters without King Sarcophagus, and I was just able to just get them from my hand easily and just negating half everything that they had. And it was like, I was like, it's free. So, I mean, whenever I do see the king, then I'm just going to bring him out, and then you got to face him anyway. So it's better being in my hand than it is in the grave. So,
Yep.
so that was the main deck. I think it was a 43 count. So, let's go in my extra deck. We played 1 Cherubini, 1 Boots, or not Boots, I'm sorry, Rusty. 1 IP, which I haven't seen much because I've been going into other plays, but if I really need to, I'll go into it. SP Little Knight was just amazing. It stopped a lot of things. It was able to allow me to recycle and save my other stuff. Like, I was able to just banish the... just a lot of their top monsters, and they try to activate anything at all. I just banish that, and it just stops their whole play. They can't do anything. And then
Really hilarious when you back it up with a nib.
yeah,
Wipe the board, SP comes back, and their whole combo's interrupted, and it feels good.
Yep. And then I played 1 Dark Charmer. I did that against you a few times. I didn't have a really good board, so I ended up going into the Dark Charmer. I ended up using my token from my venture package in one of my PKs,
right
and
on.
I just went into this, and I was just like, here you go. If you want to pop it, I'll just add a
anything in the deck.
I needed.
PK.
Yep. So it was really good. And then I'm going into the Ixies here. I played one Living Air that I borrowed from you.
How was that?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I mean, I was just like, I played against the Fire King player, and I used up all of my stuff, and then all of a sudden, I brought out the Living Air. I was able to get 2 3s out because he was stopping me from doing my plays, and I went into the Living Air. And I brought back my other I specialed 1 PK back, and then went straight into the
Little Knight.
The Little Knight, and I was able to have 3 of my PKs
and put all 3 back in the grave.
Put all of my PKs in my graveyard,
stupid.
and I was able to banish them to get all the resource I needed from them. It was just so great because the way it was is that I was doing the loop where I was able to have the Fog Blade or Wings to bring out the Torrent Scales because I didn't want to use the Torrent Scales effect, so then it gets banished. So I wasn't able to get it back. So I was able to banish one of them, get the Torrent Scales out, and then be able to reloop
and then
it and get it back,
bring back
get
the
it back
Torrent Scales again.
Yeah, with the other one. So
because normally when you make SP using like a Cherubini and then like the Torrent Scales gets banished, and then you don't really get any recursion. But with the Livier, all the Ixie materials just go to the grave, so you just put 3 Fan Knights in the grave and made an SP. It's just insane.
Yeah, so I was able to get all the resource I needed
back from
after not
banished.
having anything that turn. Just bringing 1 back really made a difference, and then using this in the Phantom Knight to
That
go
you
into
brought
the
back.
SP.
Yep.
So I was able to just get my resource and then banish a card on the field. So it was great.
Because you could also even bring back Water Enchantress if you need access to Ride again.
Yeah, I did that one time there too. It was great.
That's
I was able
so
to get the
stupid.
Ride. He was like, that's not fair, man. And I was like, well, I got to do with what I got to do because I already banished it from hand the first time, and then you negated it the first time.
Yeah,
I was able
so
to just
next
redo
turn,
it again.
let's try it again.
Yeah. Yep. And then I played the 2 Break Sword. Break Sword was really good. I baited out one of them, and they got rid of it. And then I was able to recycle everything back, and I went into the other one to go into...
to try and blow it up.
Yep. So when I did that, I ended up going into the Raiders Knight and then the Ark Rebellion, and he just couldn't do anything. Like, I negated everything, and he had a boost, and it just
Good
negated
game.
everything. Yep. And he was just like, he just put his hand out.
If there's
and that
enough
was it.
buys on the board, that thing can just get so big, and that can
Yeah,
just be
so basically,
the
I
end.
just baited out one of them, and then I brought out the other one, so it was great.
Right on.
Yeah, those are my 3s, and so on, 4s and 5s. Then I played 1 Dingier Stew. I played 1 Coach King. Coach King was really good. It was allowed me to go into time in game 3. I did that to my friend John. He was playing Valkyries, and I was able to do that. I gave him 1,600 attack or
1,600 burn
and
draw
I ended
3.
up. And the third one, it was a King Sarcophagus, so I already had support. I already had enough turbo for the next turn. So
This card's cowboy on crack.
yeah, pretty much. And there's been a couple times that I drew all 3 spells or all 3 traps, and I'm like, oh well, it's good for next turn, so I was able to stop them anyway. And then I played 1 Hope Harbinger that helped out against you. I did that to you one time, so you were trying to play Memory, or it was Succession or something.
Yep, just negate it.
Yeah,
suck
just
it up.
negated and sucked it up. And then I played the 1 Vampire. The Vampire I did against Fire Kings. He wasn't happy. Like, all his stuff was in the grave, and then anytime he tried to get anything, I would just say no. Then I played let's see here, 1 Sky Prison. The Sky Prison was really good. It was allowed me to lock out the Fire Kings from coming back from the graveyard for the next following turn.
Yeah, because you got like Garunix, the new Garunix, the new guys. Yeah.
But then if I was going to change anything in the extra deck, it would probably be the Sky Prison. I just pulled the Photon today, so
okay.
I'll probably swipe the Photon for the Sky Prison. So
and also, and if you can get a Zeus as well, I'll probably change
I was
something.
borrowing yours for a while. It helped out, but then you needed it for your Mech Knights, so I was like, all right, whatever. Can I borrow the Living Air then? And you're like, yeah, that's cool.
And
That'll
the
work.
Livier
And
was
the Living
actually-
Air actually helped out.
The Levier was actually insane.
Yeah. So it was a 1-for-1, so it was great.
Anything inside board?
Yeah, I have some stuff in the side. I didn't really go into the side very much. If I did, it was a few cards. I had played 3 barriers. The barriers were pretty good. I only played them maybe once. It stopped a few things going into Ixies, stopping my stuff, but I already had the monsters on the field, so my opponent couldn't really.
Yeah, most of your interaction doesn't even happen with anything D-Barrier does, so that feels pretty good in your deck.
Yep, and then I had the 3 Dark Rulers. I never played them. I really didn't need them at the time, but I wasn't really playing anything too serious. I basically had most of the control on the field. And it was the same way with the Evenlies. The Evenlies are just for backup if I need them. I played the triple tactics, but I never saw it. But the main card I actually threw in that was more than likely MVP was the Droll and Lockbirds. The Droll and Lockbirds were just amazing. I stopped you a few times. I stopped Josh a few times. He was playing the Fire Kings. And I was playing against John, and I stopped his Valkyries. It was pretty good from adding. So that's basically it for the side. So I think that's about it for my deck. So it was a big change. It was kind of sad putting Invokes down for a little bit and just try something different. Finally,
who knows? We could be getting support here in the future.
That's what I heard.
We have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
We'll see what happens. But then I end up pulling another SP the other day, so I might throw that in there to help out. I pulled it out in like 10 packs, so it was great. So
that's nice.
But yep, that's all I got for you.
All right. Team Legendary Sanin, sign out.
Peace.
Peace.